Okay, I think I'm live. Um, hello everyone. I don't think anyone's here yet. Um, but here it is. We're streaming. Today we're gonna be shiny hunting Cobalion, I guess. I don't think anyone's here yet. Let me actually get everything pulled up. But in case you're watching this retroactively, fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed we get a shiny Cobalion. Um, I already actually. It's funny I mentioned this. I already have a shiny Cobalion, but it'd be cool to have another, right? Um, I kind of want to, if I'm being honest. I think it'll be kind of cool. Kind of cool to have two, because then I can have one stayed or one kept in my what's it called, in my living decks, and then one that I kind of bring out for competitive battles. Actually, the one I already use one for competitive battles, so I guess this would be the one that goes in my living decks. But yeah, here we are. Let me actually pull up the stream on my monitor. There we are. Okay, and then let me get the chat going. There we go. I've kind of a weird way of getting the chat going, so I apologize if it's a little weird looking. I think there's about an 8-second delay in my testing. Um, where's that sort? There it is. Okay, and properties. Okay, I think that should be good. I think the chat's up. If anyone's here, I'd love to hear from you. Make sure the chat's working. Um, in the meantime, I guess we'll start hunting. Let me kind of let some people know. There we go. Hopefully we get some people funneling in at some point, just to make sure the chat is updating correctly. But yeah, I guess we might as well start, right? I have a shiny counter in the bottom left, my bad, that I don't think I'm gonna increment for every encounter. I think I'm gonna increment for every reset. So we're probably gonna see a decent amount of Cobalion for each each donut we use. But I'm not gonna increment that for every Cobalion. Although I guess it wouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Yeah, let's start, right? Shiny Cobalion, let's do this. We've got some time, I think, to kind of think about this. I don't think we're gonna get it quickly at all. Okay, here we are. What was I doing last? I think I just caught Zero Aura. Yeah, exactly. It's right where I am. Okay, this is the Cobalion Distortion. And then I have, let me go to my satchel. I have a Sparkling Power all types. I have a Psychic one as well. Do I really want to use the all types one though? Yeah, we'll just do that. Sparkling Power all types, whatever. TNT Power too, so maybe we'll get a tiny Cobalion. I actually don't think his size can be different at all, but that's okay. So yeah, whoever's tuned in now, if you don't mind me asking, is the chat working? Can you send something real quick in chat as a test message? Welcome. First of all, welcome to the stream. We're going to be shiny hunting Cobalion tonight. I don't really have a set time where I want to stop. I'm hoping we just get Cobalion tonight. That's the goal, very clearly. If we get that early, we'll figure out something else to do. Can you guys hear me all right, too? Is the audio coming through? Whoever's here... Oh, never mind. Okay. Again, hopefully some people will start funneling in soon. There we go. I just messaged a friend of mine to make sure everything's working all right. I mean, I guess I could just check myself. But, it'll be nice to have someone to talk to. So yeah, here's how to. Actually, I guess we can just go in. We're just gonna save, right? Although, hold on. Let me heal at a Pokemon Center to throw down a. What's it called? What's it called? A Backup save. Just edit. You know what? I'll make a playlist for this too. Yeah, I won't do that. I'm just kind of editing some stuff on the back end real quick. There we go. Do that real quick. And what game we're playing? Legends ZA. There we go. Okay. Do this. Okay, we're good now. That should be all set up how I want it, I believe. Let me get back to where I can see the stream. Okay. Hello, out of my hands. Good to see you. What is that emoji you just sent? It's like a smiley-based trophy. I'm glad you could make it. Did I just heal? Yeah, okay. Let's put down a backup save. And now we're going to start shiny hunting Cobalion. Hopefully we'll get it today as well. Didn't really need to fast travel. Oh, and now, okay, cool. We got a little dabbing emoji. Right now, I think it's just you and me here. So I appreciate it. We're going to go sprinkling for all types. I'll save again just to be safe. Let's do it. Oh, let me get my, real quick, my shiny counter thing set up. Or opened up, I guess I should say. So it should already be all set up. There we go. Summon Cobalion. Okay, here we go. Get to it as fast as possible. It's like right over here. I'm also guaranteed a shiny, I think, in this hyperspace. So it'd be cool if we could find it, and it's something I don't have, but I think I have most stuff that could show up here. So yeah, I think what we want to do is like put down a save here. And I can still get out of the hyperspace with my backup if I need to. So yeah, there's the Cobalion. Let's see if my counter works. That should have just incremented. Let's see. I should notice my stream was a little behind. Let me just refresh the page. Yeah, okay, so I've seen 2 now. Yeah, okay, I can increment it every round. No, right? I don't think so. If it disappears, it's not. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing today. Lots of this. Nope. Hopefully we get it early. But only time will tell. For those of you that are here, how's your day been? You know, gotta find something to talk about. I gotta remember to increment. I don't know what the shiny odds for this are. I think they're pretty high. I'm sparkling power 3. On like next reset, I'll look into it, I think. The only gauge I have for how long this takes is that when I watched the tutorial for setting this up, the guy I watched said it took him, for Virizion specifically, so not Cobalion, but it took him 14 hours. I don't think this will take that long. I think that's kind of unlucky, considering what? We've already seen almost 10. And I think odds are somewhere around 1 in 500. Because I do have Shiny Charm. So hopefully this goes quick. Again, I could just get unlucky. It doesn't really matter how high my odds are. Because again, I you know, there's just the chance that it takes a billion years. We'll see. I think once I get down to around, I'll say 500, 600 maybe calories left on the donut is when we'll reset. Just because even if it is there, I need plenty of time to still catch it. But once we do have the shiny, I can put down a hard save, I believe, and it'll stay. This is going to be a tough one. There's the shiny in the bottom left of the UI next to the 13. So if you're wondering what shiny Cobalion looks like, that's it. Yeah. Gonna be lots of this. I don't really know what to talk about, so out of my hands. Are you still here? You wanna talk? That looked shiny for a second. Quite exhilarating gameplay, I'll say that. I don't know what I expected though. You know, I pressed stream on a shiny hunting live stream. The reason I kind of want Cobalion, I think I mentioned it before. I definitely did. It's not a great shiny, but I already have one. And if I get two, there's no reason to hunt it anymore. Because I can have one to use and one to keep stored in my decks. Okay, we're getting to the point where I should probably think about ending this donut. I don't think this is going to take long, though, right? I'm going to check after this donut what the odds are. But we're already at 20-something encounters. We're already at 20, I think 21 now. Okay, yeah. I'm going to do one more. Do a quick check. Are you shiny and I just didn't notice? No. Okay. So that's reset 1. Awesome. Okay. Oop. Got my mic there. 22 encounters for a single donut. Let's look what the odds are. Okay, about 1 in 585. That's really not bad. This could totally be a tonight. Just picked up a gimme gold coin. I don't think that one reset it, but that's okay. Oop, did not mean to flip the camera around like that. Is my counter incrementing? Let's see. Oh, it definitely is not. I think I've done 3 since. It's 4. Oh, I had it set on a different thing. Okay. Okay, counter should be good again. It'd be awesome to get this thing early, because then we can kind of do whatever else. But hopefully that'll happen. That definitely didn't count. Did not respawn. Yeah, if anyone's here right now, and they don't have the stream muted or anything and can hear me, let's talk. I don't know what to say otherwise. It's kind of the point of live streams is like live communication, you know? How was your day, I guess? Hopefully well. Hopefully it went well. Hopefully productive. Mine certainly was. Woke up a little late today. I slept in a little bit. I was alright. I didn't have anything like I needed to be up early for. I got some cleaning done. Hoping to hear back. I had an interview yesterday for a job that went pretty well, I think. So fingers crossed there. What else did I do? I cleaned around the house a lot. I vacuumed the entire house. It was a good day, a productive day. Had a nice breakfast. I had some pancakes that were good. I was gonna say something. Oh, when I was vacuuming around the house, actually, I started. I was vacuuming for probably like this one corner for about probably 10-15 minutes, and it was just like I kept like being like, oh my gosh, there's just stuff I'm missing. There's stuff the vacuum's not picking up, and it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm doing something incorrect here. Something's wrong. There shouldn't be that much dirt still on the ground. And I was right. I took a look at my vacuum cleaner, and it has one of those attachments that lets you, what's it called? That lets you kind of like get hard to reach spots. Like it's almost like a hose that you use with your hand. And it was like in the holster, but not. It was just in like a holster, I think is a good way to put it. And I looked at it and it said it had to be plugged into this one like socket on the side for the vacuum to actually suck up anything. And it wasn't. It wasn't. I hadn't. I was not made aware of that, or I guess I didn't notice that was a requirement at all. So I had been literally vacuuming stuff up and immediately just dumping it back on the ground, which I thought was kind of funny. But I figured that out, you know. Vacuumed the rest of the house. It's notably cleaner. It's nice. Whoever's pulling up, welcome. How was your guys' day? You absolutely should get ZA, Aiden. You totally. This game is. Look, I've been a Pokemon fan as long as I can remember. My first memories are of Pokemon. Realistically, that I have a memory of falling down the stairs pretty early too. It's like a third person. Like I see myself falling down the stairs, which is kind of weird. But as a long time Pokemon fan, ZA is like awesome. I was a little nervous about it when they first announced it because I was like, one city. Oh, absolutely better than Gen 1. Like, look, I've been to Kanto many more times than I can count. ZA is so far past that, and it truly does feel like an alive game. I'll say that. One thing that I noticed about it is kind of weird is that like the trainers in the overworld, they have like fully evolved Pokemon like Metagross and all that, and it made it feel like I was almost like watching an episode of the anime. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Ada, I have so many extra shinies in this game. If and hopefully when you get ZA, next time I'm streaming, pull up and I'll go through my shinies and I'll let you pick one or two if you'd like. I almost have more shinies than I do box space, so you can you can lay claim to a couple if you'd like. Maybe doing me a favor, honestly, getting me extra spots to get shinies that I need, because like I don't need 18 shiny Litleo. You know what I mean? Or Sandile, I have a lot of too. I was trying to get a shiny Gibble, and I got a lot of those. But yeah, I'd absolutely recommend ZA. I kind of have to have more time with it, and especially the DLCs to tell you if it's the best Pokemon game on Switch, because I did really like Sword and Shield. But seeing as you have, oh, you okay? What 12? What? What's your favorite shiny you have in Pokemon Go? Give me your favorite. I've got some pretty cool ones too. I play a lot of Pokemon Go on it. I think I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I think there's a raid event this weekend that I'm pretty stoked about. I think it's for Kyurem, I want to say. It's pretty exciting. The cat. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific now. Can you give me the type of the cat? The cat in the cat in Gen 6? Ooh, I gotta think about that one. Esper? Esper Meowstic? One of those two? That's a cool shiny, if that's the one you got. That's pretty neat, honestly. I think he's like light pink. Esper, at least. Meowstic. Oh, Litten. Litten's Gen 7, I want to say, with the Lola. That's a good shiny, too, though. The yellow and red is, like, really cool. I'll tell you what, if you want shinies in Pokemon Go, the way to do it for sure is to wait for big events like community days and go somewhere, have someone take you somewhere. You got a pizza. You got to name it something then, right? That feels almost fitting. He's red. Pizza's red, right? That's really cool though. But community days are definitely the way to get shinies. Is that Disney? Oh, okay, nice. Disneyland is a place that I haven't been to Disneyland, but I've been to Disney World a couple times. And, you know, I'll pull up Pokemon Go every now and then when we're waiting in the line or anything. And that is a place to play Pokemon Go for sure. There are Pokestops and gyms and raids and stuff everywhere all the time. It's like, you know, if I wasn't spending a lot of money to go on rides, I'd spend a lot of time on Pokemon Go instead. You know what I mean? But you know what? They give you plenty of time. They give you so much downtime with waiting in line that even then, there's always time to sneak in a few catches. You know? Yeah, you got at least 3 shinies. What were the other 2 you got? Was Litten your favorite? I've got some shinies in Pokemon Go where they're like whatever. Like trying to think. We've got like 6-core Brawler for some reason, which was honestly less cool then than it is now because now we've got Mega Crabominable. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully I didn't spoil that for you. Yeah, there's Mega Crabominable in this game. There you go. Yeah, hit me with your favorite shinies you got. Or your the other 2 you got on that trip. It was Litten. You can sort by date if you want in Pokemon Go. And when you do that, they should be kind of grouped up around the Litten, so it should make it a little easier to tell which ones they were. I think I'm missing Cobalion actually in Pokemon Go, so it's kind of funny I'm hunting this right now. I know I have Terrakion, and I'm pretty sure I have Virizion. Cobalion I do not have. I'll tell you what, too, if you want to send your friend code in the chat, I'll totally add you. I've got space on my friends list, I'm pretty sure. Send as many gifts as I can every day. Oh, it was a Hoot-Hoot. Hoot-Hoot's a good one. Hoot-Hoot's a good shiny. He's like gold. Actually, I got a Hoot-Hoot, a shiny Hoot-Hoot in Go that has a little celebration hat on for, I think they did a New Year's event. I think is what it was for. And I got a shiny one. It was pretty exciting. Yeah, here, I'll open up my Pokemon Go as well. Oh, it was the one with the hat on. Okay, cool. Yeah. Got 5 though in a Disneyland trip. That's a lot. You had some good shiny luck. Send some of that my way for this Cobalion. I'm hoping not to run back and forth on this ice endlessly. Okay, perfect. I'll add you next time I do a reset. So next time I run out of time for my donut, I'll add you. Then they just added remote trades to the game, which is pretty exciting. So if we interact like a lot, it's going to take a while. But if we interact a lot, like every day, by sending gifts and stuff to each other, we should be able to trade, which is pretty cool. That was something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've got a lot of like random friends on my friends list that like I have no clue where they are. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah. Do you have a Switch 2? I should have asked before I recommended ZA. Would you be playing ZA on Switch 1 or 2? It works on both. Actually, I actually had a old Pokemon Go account like a while ago that I lost access to. Oh, it's still good on Switch 1. I actually when the game originally released, I went with a friend to get it. We went to the midnight launch. And he played it kind of alongside me. Like, we weren't in the same room playing it, but we hit the same story checkpoints around the same time, so we could talk about it. And he's playing on Switch 1, and he said it was just fine. He said the frame rate was like a little lower, but it was his favorite Pokemon experience he's ever had. So I still can't recommend it enough, honestly. If you are playing on Switch 1. It is better on Switch 2. I'll say that. It is. I like how smooth it is. I'll do one quick fast one. You can transfer your data. So if you play it on Switch 1 and then later get a Switch 2 through a gift or anything like that, you can transfer your data. You don't have to worry about losing it, which is pretty nice. Okay, so you don't have Sword and Shield. Okay, or BDS. Honestly, you can skip Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Legends Arceus is probably my next favorite on Switch. It's just so good. Okay, here we go. It's a reset, and I'll add you real quick. Um, 3, 5, 4, 9. Okay. There we go. I just sent you a friend request, so. I try to send out all the gifts I have. I start at the top of my friends list, so you should honestly be pretty consistently up there. Because your name starts with an A. And I normally do that around midnight, so. Oh, my name on Go is, I think, to the max 24. So it's kind of similar to my YouTube name. You should be able to just go to... Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Here, you know what? I've got it open. I'll send you a gift now. I don't have any cool gifts. So you're just going to take this weird circle sculpture one I picked up at some point. Oh, you have the Noctowl. Oh, you evolved it. Oh, that looks awesome. It's got a little bow tie. Ooh, I might have to evolve mine. I'm going to be... Wow, that's cool. I was like, okay... It said I don't exist. I have you added. We're good. I just sent you a gift, actually. Yeah. Wow, maybe I should evolve my Hoothoot. I was very tempted not to. You, what's it called? You're kind of persuading me in the other direction with how cool that looks. Got it as your buddy, too. Really showing it off, making people jealous, I'm sure. I just have like a Jirachi as mine. The shiny Jirachi from a research they did a while ago. And I gave it a bottle cap, so I've got to do some more raids with it. That's a sick Noctowl, dude. The shiny Jirachi. It was from a research a couple years ago, actually. I didn't get like lucky or anything. It was just like I think I paid this $8, and it gave me a research quest to get it. I haven't missed a masterwork yet because I've got serious FOMO with Pokemon Go. So like I have like 6 Master Balls. I have like 6 Master Balls. I have a shiny Jirachi. I have a shiny Mew. That one's pretty cool. My shiny Mew is actually really bad in Pokemon Go, though. It's like really, really bad. I just swallowed some tea I have here, and it totally went down the wrong pipe. I apologize. Ooh. I should have looked when I had your game open. What team are you on? Are you on Team Instinct? That's the yellow one. With Zapdos. My personal favorite. That's the one I'm on. Zapdos is just way too cool not to. Hey, well, you gotta listen to your parents. They do know what's best. Like I was a pretty well-behaved kid, and it worked out, you know. Eventually, you'll get to the age where you're smart enough to make your own big choices like that. And I wouldn't even really call myself a YouTuber yet. Hopefully, that'll change. But yeah, my parents told me no at first for a while too. They were kind of just like, you know, focus on school, and that was a good idea. That was a great idea. And then once I, you know, got a little older, had a little bit of extra free time, and kind of understood a little bit more about how the internet worked and everything, hopped back on. That's when all the family drama happens. Christmas Eve is the place to go if you want some stuff to go down, I guess. Just around the holidays in general. Okay, I'm gonna reset now. Are you shiny? Doesn't look like it. No, you're a jerk, Cobalion. Be shiny. It's gonna be awesome. It's also so the way you're seeing my Switch right now, I have this piece of equipment called a capture card. Mine's actually kind of old. I got it a while ago. And it wasn't cheap. Back then, I don't know how much they are now, but this is kind of an old one, so I would assume more expensive, but I don't know. It was $100 around there for this capture card that allows you to see what's on my Switch. So even if you're, you know, on the small end of either being a YouTuber or streamer of any sort, there's a little investment you got to make at first. I'm not doing this as like a job or anything. It's right now. It's just kind of like a fun little thing I do. It's a way I justify playing video games. But yeah, always listen to your parents, do your homework, eat your vegetables. All good ideas. You got to eat your vegetables so that you can grow up and be a big, strong YouTuber at some point. And you got to do your homework because if you don't know how to do math, how are you gonna know how many subscribers you have? I know do your homework probably isn't what you wanted to hear, but look, homework now is as easy as it's going to get, so enjoy it. You know what I mean? When it's still called homework and they haven't even started really calling it major projects or exams yet. That's the good life. Oh, I got my cat just walked into the room. Ah, okay. Fifth grade was a while ago for me. I remember it moderately well, though. That's when math started to get a little difficult. So, if you got a good grasp and you're quick to learn, not even just math, just like everything, you'll be fine though. The hardest skill, and they can't teach you this in school. The hardest skill to both learn, and yet it's the most useful. Oh, wow, that's a throwback. Absolutely, dude, I did read the I Survived books. I didn't read a lot of them. I remember there was a shark attack one I read. I Survived a Shark Attack, and it was about, I think it was like it was some shark that had somehow gotten into a freshwater lake or something, or a river, or something like that. It wouldn't have been a lake, I guess it probably would have been a river. And the guys were going swimming in it, and the shark attacked them. And then I read, I think it was I Survived Pearl Harbor was the other one. They made a new one. What is the new one? What insane situation are they surviving these days? Admittedly, I haven't read a book in a while. I've been a little too busy too, but they made a new I Survived book. Maybe that's my re-entry point, I guess. I don't think what else I read. The Dust Bowl. Okay. Okay. Have you read it? Was it interesting? Was it a fun read? The couple I read, I remember enjoying. I think at the Shark Attack one, I got through in like less than a day. I like sat down to read it, and I was done before like lunch. Have you read any other I Survived books other than the Dust Bowl one? Did you read the Shark one? If you haven't read the Shark one, that one was awesome. I think that was the one I read in a day. Those books are good, and then they might be intended for a little bit lower grade level, but I read a lot of Goosebumps too. That was my go-to around that time. Like, I think I read every Goosebumps book my teacher had, to the point where, like, I remember reading something else and my teacher commenting on it. They were like, oh, so you don't just only read Goosebumps. That's a cool way to do it. Are you going in order of when the events took place, like in the book? Or are you going in order of when they released, like the actual books released? You know what I mean? I don't really know how else to word that, so hopefully you do know what I mean. Okay, when the books were made. Okay. Do you know how many of them there are? Because I only know of like 4. I know that there's more than that. Interesting. Okay. I didn't even know that was one. I just had to look it up. So based on the real-life grizzly attacks of 1976. Was that like a common thing? Were people getting attacked? Oh, there's wow. Okay, I think I've done my 3 encounters since I alt tabbed. I didn't know people were regularly getting attacked by grizzly bears for 1976. 1967. 1967? Yeah, 1967. Was there... Do they mention in the book... I guess you're currently reading it, so you might not know. Why it was happening more frequently? Or was it just a bunch of people, extra people were there? Is that the situation? Because that's a weird thing to randomly have. Like, reach a peak. You know what I mean? It's cool to hear that kids are still reading the I Survived books, though. Oh, Hyperspace Distortion's closing soon. Because that is the type of stuff that I was reading when I was in 5th grade. Oh, I just pressed minus. That Goosebumps I was reading, I loved the Percy Jackson books. Those were awesome. I heavily recommend the Percy Jackson books. Those are great books. And there's like a bunch of different series by the same author. They're all kind of the same idea. They're really cool because, you know, obviously they're fiction books, but they talk a lot about Greek, Roman. I read the Egyptian ones, and I think there's also Norse ones, mythologies. So it's pretty cool. Like I even as a kid was able to recognize, like, yeah, I'm just having fun reading this for the plot. Like, it's cool to see Percy Jackson do Percy Jackson things. But, like, I am learning a little something here. You know what I mean? This is something I could talk about years later in a Pokemon live stream. It's exactly what I was thinking back then. I don't think this shiny hunt should take long at all. This is going, like, rapidly. You're still here, Aiden. Do you have a favorite I Survived book? Is that shiny? No. Favorite so far, at least. Hope everyone's Friday night is going well. A nice, calm, relaxing start to the weekend, of course. Planning on going to an arcade, I think, this weekend with a friend of mine. It's pretty exciting. It's been a while since I've been to an arcade. When I was little, my grandparents used to take me a lot, actually, to an arcade. And as I got a little older, that arcade kind of like got closed. But like, is that? I don't think so. No. Okay, please leave me alone, Cobalion. Oh, it does the music. I didn't know it does the music. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I used to go to an arcade pretty regularly when I was little. And that arcade just kind of, like I said, didn't shut down, but like it cleared out a little. A lot of the machines got removed. And I remember my favorite game to play was one where you had like it was in a glass case, the actual stuff you were interacting with. And it had this little conveyor belt. Do a video in Scarlet. I've done a whole series on Scarlet Violet. It was called, I called it a Go Lock. It was kind of a fun Pokemon Go playthrough of Scarlet Violet, where I transferred in Pokemon and used them there. It's pretty cool. You should go check it out if you're a big Scarlet Violet fan. I used to play quite a bit more Pokemon on the channel. But I've been trying to use the making videos as a way to kind of branch out and play other types of games. Yeah, absolutely. I can do Scarlet Violet some other time. I'll stream it some other time, I'm sure, too. There's a lot of shiny Pokemon I really want from that game, too. But there's about probably, I think, around a 40-episode series of Scarlet Violet on the channel. So you should go check that out if you're a big fan of those games. They were fun. What's up, Mustafa? It's good to see you. I was actually just talking about your experience playing Legends ZA on the Switch 1. You said it wasn't too bad. How's your night been? Hopefully it's been going well. Mm-hmm. It had slightly lower frame rate was the only big thing, right? And honestly, like, whatever. Yeah, I think all it is on Switch 2, queuing up a League game, oof, the opposite of a relaxing start to the weekend. That's all right. I'm telling you, man, you got to check out the DLC. I'm playing it right now. Or Shiny Hunt and Cobalion in it. Yeah, that game is your piece of garbage, is what it is. You know, I'm such a League hater. What is the X for? What is the... what do you mean, Aiden? Yeah, no, I'm a League hater because I like hating on League. That's really what it is. Also, not everyone. You're an exception to this. That's all good. The XP. Oh, in the top right. So that is a DLC thing. Where to do what's called a special scan, which gives you legendary Pokemon, like I had to do a special scan to get here. I had to fill out that bar and then go talk to a guy. And he was like, okay, we'll do a big scan for you. And that's how I found Cobalion, actually. So it's not going up right now because it won't go up at all in here because you need to do specific missions to increase it. Yeah, that's not for my Pokemon or anything. Your Pokemon actually cannot level up in a distortion like this, a hyperspace distortion. My Pokemon are all level 100 anyway, so. Yeah. Yeah, Mustafa, I've never played League. I got close once. I had a friend who told me they played League, and I was like, you know what? It'll be fun. I'll play League with them. So I didn't tell them, and I downloaded it. And then when it was all downloaded, I sent them a screenshot of me, like, on the launch page. And they told me, they were like, look, dude, don't. They were like, League sucks. I know I play League a lot. It's bad. And being told by someone who does play League not to play League was jarring enough of an experience that I was just like, I'll never touch it. Maybe when I'm at an all-time low, I'll try out League of Legends when there's nothing else to play. When they come forward and say they're never doing Garden Warfare 3, they're never doing Star Wars Battlefront 3, and they're doing another Kanto remake, maybe then I'll try League. Otherwise, keep that away from me. I wouldn't even touch that with like a mile-long stick. I see what League does to people. One of the nicest people I know gets angry with League. That's over halfway to a Gyarados, Aiden. You're almost there. Ooh, I got some... I think the highest candy amount I have... Oh, and this is like a little embarrassing. I play a lot of Pokemon Go. Like, a lot. If I'm not home playing Pokemon, I'm out doing something, and I'm likely also playing Pokemon Go at the same time. And because of that, I have a lot of candies. Here, ready? I'm going to tell you how many Magikarp candies I have. Let me open it up. It's more than that, I'll tell you that. But the most candies I have, I think, 10,000 Meltan candies, actually. Which is, like, ridiculous. There's no reason you would ever need that many. Oh, you have a shiny Magikarp. Oh, that's cool. I think I've got one of those, too. Shiny Gyarados is just so awesome. I don't have a shiny Magikarp. I think I only have a Gyarados. I have 1,944 Magikarp candies. So, enough for a few Gyarados, enough for 4, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Let me hear them all. I love looking at other people's shiny collection. It's super cool. Tell me all of them that you got, and then tell me your number one favorite you have. For those of you guys just now tuning in, welcome to the stream. I've been live about an hour. So hopefully Cobalion shows up. It's about a 1 in 500 something, 575, somewhere around there chance. So I think we'll probably hit that tonight. But there's still the chance we just don't get it. Hope your League of Legends game is going well, Mustafa. I hope your I don't know. I don't know anything about League. I hope your jungler is in the jungle. I hope your bottom your bottom, mid, and top laners are in their respective lanes. And I hope you guys get the dragon. I think that's something. You gotta kill. It's like a random dragon spawns, right? And you get a buff if you kill it. If you die and you gotta wait for a respawn, give me an update on how the game's going. Hopefully you won't die. Hopefully you'll just come in at the end. Every game, come in and tell me if you won. We'll keep track of your wins. That'll be if you do that, we'll add a counter. We'll add a counter to the stream of your league wins. Was that 200? I gotta have one of those things pulled up. That's like, what are the odds I would have gotten a shiny at this point? Oh, you got, okay. Chansey's a cool one. Oh, you got a shiny Kabutops? Dude, Kabuto and Kabutops are like such cool Pokemon. I would love a shiny Kabutops. Yeah, your favorite being Noctowl. The Noctowl with the hat. That is a cool one. That'd be probably one of my favorites too. I guess I can evolve mine, but Phalanx is awesome too, dude. I love Phalanx. Phalanx is like a top 25 favorite Pokemon of all time for me. He's on my team in ZA. You can see him in the bottom left there. Okay, this does not look shiny. Nope. What else they got? I think I have. Well, I don't know if I have a Lickitung. I might. Jigglypuff's a cool one. Huntail's a cool one too. Huntail, I don't think I have. There was many years ago. There was an event in Pokemon Go that made it so you could get a bunch of shiny Clamperl, and I got pretty unlucky. I think I only got a couple, and out of the ones I evolved, all of them turned into Gorbis. I did not get Huntail, so that was unfortunate. Huntail's a cool one. I'm jealous about your Kabutops though. That's a great shiny. He's like green, right? Like super bright green. I just like the fossil Pokemon. When I was a kid, I wanted to be specifically a paleontologist. And then, because I'm pretty sure that has to do more with. I wanted to dig up dinosaur bones. That was my goal when I was a kid, and that slowly evolved. So then I took a picture with Donald Duck. That's my wallpaper. Yeah, dude, you got a picture with Donald Duck. You got a shiny Noctowl with a hat and a shiny Litten. Sounds like a successful Disneyland trip. What was your favorite ride in Disneyland? I've never been to Disneyland, but I've been to Disney World, and I think there's a lot of overlap there. What was your favorite ride you went on? Yeah, that's one they don't have in Disney World. I was thinking, I was like, what's one that if he says I won't be able to comment on? And I was like, the Incredicoaster. Was it fun? I'm a big roller coaster guy. I used to not get sick on roller coasters, and then as I got older, I slowly started to. And I'm at the point now where I can do them, but I can't do them back to back. It's sad. I'm past my roller coaster prime, I think. That's good. That's good. Did you go on any of the cool Star Wars rides? I'm a big Star Wars fan. Pretty sure Disneyland has them too. Disney World's got quite a few of them. No way. That's a little scary. They had to get him off the ride. How do they even do? Was it like close to the ground? Luckily, you were off of it already. Might have been the last person who got to ride it. Is my counter working? I think it is. Okay, it is. Okay. Yeah, because what happens if it breaks down and you're on the loop? You're upside down. At that point, they gotta get a trampoline below you. Hmm. Okay, one last Cobalion check. Here we go. Nope. To everyone else here, I hope you guys had a good day. I hope you're having a restful night, or maybe an eventful one. Maybe you're at the club tuning into the Pokemon stream. No shame in that. That's what I'd be doing. No. Hear me out on this, Aiden. I grew up a big SpongeBob fan. That was what I watched growing up. The old SpongeBob movie, the one from it's over 20. It's 22 years old. It's from 2004. It was the first SpongeBob movie. That movie is funny. That's a good movie. I haven't seen the new one yet, where it's all 3D, and I think it's in theaters right now. I haven't seen it yet, but I've been thinking about it. Should I go watch it? I'll take your recommendation. If you tell me to go watch it, I might go watch it tomorrow. I got nothing else going on. Maybe I'll go watch the SpongeBob movie, come back. You like it? Okay. Let me hear your vote. Should I go watch the SpongeBob movie tomorrow? I'll go watch the SpongeBob movie. Next time I stream, I'll let you know. You got the final word on it. If you tell me to go watch it, I'll go watch the SpongeBob movie. I'm like thinking about watching it. So all I need is for someone to tell me that I should, and I will. Anyone else in the chat recommend the new SpongeBob movie? Let's hear it. Let's hear some support for Mr. SquarePants. I think I will go watch it. Maybe I will. I'll let you know. Here, I got you, Aiden. I'll watch it. I'll watch it at some point. And next time I'm streaming and you're here, we can talk about it. So make sure to press the subscribe button so that next time you know I'm streaming, we can come talk about the SpongeBob movie. That goes for everyone in the chat. If you want to watch more Shiny Hunting or talk about the new SpongeBob movie after I've seen it, let me know. Or press subscribe so that we could talk about the SpongeBob movie. The new one, I mean. The old one is awesome. I could talk about that for days. That is a movie that I watch at least probably once every year or two. And every single time I'm like, oh, like, you know, it's an okay movie. And I if I'm doing something else, I stop whatever else I'm doing. Because I'll start watching it and then they'll, like, one or two jokes will really make me laugh. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch this movie for real. Oh, well, we wouldn't be going to the same theater. I'll just... Yeah, I'd probably just be going to watching it on my own. Or watching it with one of my friends or something. Plus, you've already seen it. You wouldn't want to see it again. You'd be bored. Like you said, it's for kids. I don't know when I stream for sure yet. I think Friday nights might be a good, I don't know, standard. Expect Friday nights, but it could be elsewhere. If you press subscribe though and press the bell, I think it'll tell you when I'm live streaming. So that way you'll never miss it. And it sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I got a nice weekend planned now, it seems like. SpongeBob movie, and hopefully an arcade with a friend of mine. That'll be real neat. I've heard a little bit about the Roblox drama. I'm not really a big Roblox guy. Last time I played Roblox was like many, many years ago. But I think the changes they're making are good. Splitting people up into respective age groups is a good idea because then you're only talking to people that are like you, or you only talk to people within your age range. So you guys all like the same stuff. You know what I mean? I think it's a good idea. I assume that's the Roblox drama you're talking about, at least. I don't know. I'm not like in the Roblox sphere. I've got a friend who is, and he's kind of my subject matter expert on Roblox. He might be here right now, actually. Yeah, Roblox is something I never really got super into, even when I was a kid. I liked Minecraft a lot more. I still like Minecraft a lot. Are you gonna play Violet? Violet's good. Violet's the one I play. I have both, but the one I play most is Violet. I like Miraidon a lot. I like Cyclizar a lot too. Cyclizar is a big favorite of mine. He's just cool. Motorcycle lizard. That's awesome. Which starter in Scarlet and Violet do you like the most? They're all pretty good. I do actually have some pets. I've got a couple. Actually, 3. At my parents' place, I have a dog. Who, when I moved away for college, Fuecoco's a good one. Fuecoco's awesome. When I moved away for college, I had to kind of leave her there because they wouldn't accept her at my college. And then she became really friendly with our other dogs, so it would feel kind of wrong to take her from that. So I go visit pretty frequently so I can see her. Her name is Slinky because she's really long, like the Slinky dog from Toy Story. And then where I live now, I have a cat. He's actually right next to me. He's asleep right next to me. So if you hear any purring or anything, that's him. His name is Xavier. He's blind in one eye. But he's very, very friendly. And here's a weird one. I got 2 pet spiders. I have a pet tarantula. Her name is Jolene. She likes to be left alone. She doesn't like when I go in there, and if I go in there to feed her, you can see her be like, okay, well, he's feeding me, but otherwise kind of leave me alone. And then I have newly pet jumping spider who doesn't have a name yet. I'm still trying to figure out if it's a boy or a girl, so I can give it a name fitting for that. But they're really small. They got big old eyes. You have 3 guinea pigs. One that passed away named Nugget, and the other 2 are named Gus and Brewer. Those are some good names. Gus is a very guinea pig name. That makes sense. Sorry to hear about Nugget, though. I'm sure he had a very nice life hanging out with you, Gus and Brewer. I've seen videos of guinea pigs and they make such weird little noises. they like talk to you almost. It sounds like they're speaking sometimes. The way they eat's a little funny too, where they'll like chew and then just randomly it feels like they stop. it's weirdly like a little human. I can like see the emotion in their faces. I've seen videos of this one guy who has a bunch of guinea pigs. And what he does is he posts videos. They'll have like this big grassy enclosure that's just like completely overgrown with foliage. Like it's so much grass and leaves and small trees and stuff. And they let the guinea pigs in there, and it'll be like a sped up video of the guinea pigs just going ham. They'll eat all of it. It'll be completely barren by the time the guinea pigs are done eating it. They must eat a lot. It's a good life to live, you know? Have someone clean your house for you, someone feed you with water and as much food as you want. And you just get to, you know, run around, make weird little noises, and eat everything they put in front of you. Not the biggest personal fan of the flavor of grass, but I'm sure I could grow to like it. What is that noise? I keep hearing... Yeah, what is that? Is it Lairon? Oh, if I can get a shiny Lairon here, that'd be awesome. Because I'm guaranteed a shiny. Because of the donut type I used. Unfortunately, that doesn't apply to Cobalion. It totally is. There's totally Lairon up there. I hope it's shiny. We'll have to look after we catch Cobalion, because he's obviously the main target right now. After this reset, I think I'm going to take a quick minute break to go use the bathroom and get a refill my water real quick. Guinea pigs are cool, though. They have their own little room that you guys keep them in. Like a little fenced-off area they can run around and squeak in. And they ever get in any trouble? They ever eat something they shouldn't or chew on the walls or anything? I don't know. What trouble do guinea pigs get up to? Because I'll tell you what, Xavier, my cat, he gets into trouble every day. I woke up to him doing some annoying stuff today. I was laying in bed and there's a fan above my bed. And it has like I'll almost say a chain hanging from it that is for, like, you pull on the chain to start the fan, turn it on. And I woke up to like this insane noise. And it sounded like something like falling and hitting shelves or something on the way down. And I looked up and it was like I put my head up from my pillow. And it was Xavier, and he had just jumped up and slapped the cord of the fan, and it launched up and wrapped around the fan while it was spinning. And like completely stopped the fan, and it was still trying to go because it was still on. It's quite the troublemaker. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna take a 1-minute break to go refill my water. I'll be right back. In the meantime, if you're here, hope your day's been going well. I'll be back in just a second. 263 encounters in for Cobalion. Hopefully not many more, but we'll see. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Let me just make sure my mic's working again. I don't really know why I wouldn't be, but Always good to check. Awesome. Sounds good. Okay. Shiny Cobalion. Let's do this. Got some water. I was getting a little warm in here, so I took off my jacket. How are we all doing on this, I don't know, this fine January evening? Hopefully well. Hopefully we're feeling like we're going to get a shiny Cobalion. I sure am. I sure am. I gotta start thinking about what ball I want to catch this guy in now. He doesn't really match any of the colors great. I almost want to say quick ball, but I already caught my other one in a quick ball, and I don't really know if I'm happy about that. His colors somewhat match quick ball. I might go for beast ball. Beast ball would be kind of cool. I think I'll do that. It'll take a little extra time, but it'll be cool. It'll be fun. Yeah, if anyone's got anything cool to talk about, feel free to say something in chat. Mustafa, assuming you're still here, I hope your league game is going great. I hope you're winning. I hope that your 40 minutes of your life won't be just wasted. Not even that. I hope 40 minutes of your life won't make you go down in ELO. As a competitive game player myself, I don't want to say the word gamer, but as a competitive gamer myself, I know what that feels like. Must be even worse because I bet you're hard stuck in like what, bronze 2? I have no clue. I don't even know if that's an actual rank in League. Yeah, I play competitive Pokemon. That's always fun, except when I'm losing. Then it's I hate this game and it's the worst thing ever. Crits only matter if you use them. Otherwise, if I got a crit, it doesn't matter. And I miss every attack I ever do. So that's what it's like. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Hope whatever competitive game you guys are playing, I don't know, you're moving up in ranks. I hope you win your next rank up game. I hope your ELO reaches new heights. I hope your opponents get matched with teammates that are intentionally throwing. And I hope you get teamed up with people who are smurfing and they're way better at the game than they should be. I think the shiny hunting equivalent of that would be getting like a first encounter, but I'm just gonna check this one out and reset early, I guess. What's up, buddy? Let's do check him out a little. What's going on? He's cool looking. I love that the music is here. That is the Gen 5 Swords of Justice battle music. It's like a top tier Pokemon track. It's not the best. I think some of the best Pokemon tracks, I think people sleep on. Sword and Shield moving my table a bit, so I apologize if you hear that or anything happens, but I think we're good. Oh, okay, I know. The screen on my stream was black, and I was like, oh, is something wrong? No, I just haven't loaded in yet. Sword and Shield has some really good tracks. I'm a big fan of Hop's battle theme, both his basic battle theme and his final one. The gym leader theme from Sword and Shield is also great, as is the Eternatus 3 track. He's making more legendary music because that's what made legendaries feel legendary. Yeah. They were pretty good about that in this game. Scarlet Violet was alright with it too. But yeah, this game used a lot, actually. Like, when you catch Zygarde, Xerneas, and Yveltal, they all have their own tracks in this game. Yeah. Yeah, but the issue is, I hear what you're saying. One, Mesprit was the only one that was actually a roamer. And as fun as it is to walk in the tall grass and randomly encounter a legendary, I hate roaming Pokemon. And I think most of the other fan base does too. I think the idea of a roaming Pokemon in this game would be kind of cool, though. I think it was a missed opportunity not to include one there, where it's like, it wanders around Lumiose, and you never fully enter a battle with it. But if you sneak up on it, you can get in an attack or two before it runs, and maybe you can actually chase it. That would have been really cool. I get the feeling maybe that was like they were a little scared to do something like that. You know, this is very clearly a new battle system that they're trying out. There's a lot of stuff they need to figure out to get it to work well. But yeah, I do miss legendaries. You know what I especially miss? Is, and this used to be a problem, how much they used to do this, was when there was a new game, and there were like a pretty good amount of new legendaries. Like, it wasn't, you catch Miraidon, Koraidon, and that's it. But I guess they have the Ruinous Quartet in Scarlet and Violet as well. But like, it was cool in Black and White to be like, I got Zekrom or Reshiram. I think legendary Pokemon were cool when I was a kid, and I believe that people don't like them simply because it makes them harder to shiny hunt. Yeah, there definitely is that. I think there's a right and a wrong way to do roamers. I think roamers fleeing turn 1 is fine. Ooh, people are going to hate that I just said that. Remember that they did have the one where you had to chase. Yeah, in the tall grass on Faraway Island. I do remember that. That was cool. That's the only time you could shiny hunt Mew. There's been a couple other opportunities to get shiny Mew since then, but that was the only time you could go out of your way to shiny hunt it, which is kind of cool. It's a hunt I've always considered doing, but obviously it's a little bit harder to access. The other two ways that I can think of to get shiny Mew, I bet you he's been released in some sort of event, but it's the Pokemon Go shiny Mew, or, and I actually did this, there was a way with Gen 1 Virtual Console, kind of do the Mew glitch and then trick the game into thinking it was real and you could transfer it up. Yeah, it was. So I actually, I did like what I consider like a complete Emerald playthrough. Ooh, probably about a year ago. And I'll just say I was able to access a lot of old events. I found a way to be able to do that on official hardware, which is really cool. But because I was going back and I went to 100% it, I was like, you know what? all my legendaries, I'm going to try to soft reset and catch them until I get a good nature on them. Just because it's kind of cool to have like a quote-unquote competitive set of Pokemon in those old games. The Mew was a pain. Because it wasn't just press A. It was, I walk in, because I don't know if you know this, the Mew is determined the moment you enter that screen. So if you enter it and the Mew does the little exclamation point, it saw you and it runs away, the Mew that you're going to encounter has already been decided. It already has its nature, its IVs, its shininess. So if you're shiny hunting it, which I wasn't, you have to encounter it. And when you reset, you need to walk all the way out and come back. I was just going for nature. I wasn't even, I think I wanted a modest or timid one. I think modest. And even that was a pain. And that probably only took me 20-something resets. Shiny hunting that thing? I'm sure there's a series of inputs you could do that always gets you the Mew. It's like, come on, that was miserable. But I think in this game, it'd be cooler. Because you never enter a battle. You know what I mean? So, like, I could sneak up on this legendary and have my Caesar use Bullet Punch at it and do a little bit of damage. And yeah, it probably runs away after. But next time I see it, it still has that little bit of damage. You know what I mean? I think they have a great opportunity to do something really unique with it in this battle style. And it's tough for me to say that I like this battle style more than I like turn-based. I like turn-based a lot. I'm a competitive Pokemon player. I've played Pokemon my entire life. And there's a lot of mechanics in turn-based that either, one, are hard to translate into non-turn-based. Yeah, I guess it'd be one of those convoluted puzzles. For the Mew? Maybe. The Reggies are kind of insane. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Like, as a kid, I did the actual Reggie thing. Dude, Deoxys is... Ooh. Deoxys is cool. I had to do the same thing for Deoxys. Is that it? No. I had to do the same thing for Deoxys where I wanted a speed. I think I went for either Jolly or Timid because I really liked speed Deoxys. I don't remember what exactly. I wanted a specific nature. And it's the same idea where you have to go and you have to press A on the triangle. And I don't know if you did the Deoxys, so I might be kind of explaining to you something you already know. But the way that encounter works is that there is a correct way to press A on the triangle. It's not just walk up to it and keep pressing A. You have to take the shortest amount of steps possible to get to the triangle. So if there's a way, if you just pressed A on the triangle and it moved, and there's a way where it would take you 3 steps to get to it, but you take 4 instead, it resets it. Yeah. I don't know. Roamers are interesting. I hear kind of what you're saying, where they were cool. I never shiny hunted them. I know it's hard to shiny hunt them. But it's one of those, like, it's hard to shiny hunt them. There's almost always a better way. But when you get a shiny roamer, it's pretty exciting. But my issue with roamers has just been they're annoying. And they are more unique than walking up and pressing A on a legendary in a cave somewhere. But unique doesn't necessarily translate to good. I don't know. I think sometimes it's like... I think a roamer, maybe 2 per game, is like, okay, that's perfect. Any more than that, and it's like, well, I don't really want to do this 8. Like Platinum. Platinum had Mesprit, I think. I think Mesprit was still a roamer in the game. Had Mesprit, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Cresselia. That's 5 roamers. That's ridiculous. I don't want to do that 5 times. Are you kidding me? I don't want to have to, like, mean look and then, like, oh, but it knocked out. Because you can use mean look, and I've heard that argument a million times. It's my favorite shiny mega. I'll get to that in a sec, Aiden. Don't worry. I definitely have one. Yeah. But, like, you got to mean look the roamer. You mean look it. And then, like, okay, you get a couple turns, but if it knocks your Pokemon that used Mean Look out, it can run. And it's like, yeah, you can encounter it again, and it'll be at the same health. But so you Mean Look it, and you throw 5 or 6 Pokeballs, then it knocks out your Mean Looker, and you have to find it again. It's just like, that's not enjoyable. That's just lame. My favorite shiny Mega in ZA, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I don't have everything yet. I'm missing Latios. And I don't have, I think this is Arctibax. I got quite a few shiny Megas. If we're only talking new Megas, I don't, oh, I do have it. Hold on. I think it's hard to beat just because I like him so much as a Pokemon, and then the shiny is awesome. Shiny Mega Phalanx. I like Mega Phalanx so much that even though his Mega shiny is just the same as his regular shiny, it's just so cool. I think Wolf should just be a champion in a new game. I see we're talking about Wolf Glick. He's very good. I was watching a couple of his videos earlier today. That's kind of my like doing chores around the house YouTuber. I think he actually has. He's been in a game before in Black and White 2. He was an NPC that was like only accessible in an event. I want to say. I think he was. Pretty sure I got that right. It'd be cool. I don't think he should be the main champion. It's cool to have unique, like original characters as the champion, but it'd be cool to see him show up at some point. It'd be cool to have him, like, oh, you go to a random house somewhere and it's like another trainer you can fight, and he gives you something cool if you beat him. He gives you an Incineroar. Since he so famously loves that Pokemon. Okay. Shaman Bridge. So I actually didn't play, or no, I did play Diamond, Pearl, Platinum when they came out. I was like right around the time I was kind of getting into the series, but my parents weren't super into the idea of, okay, I need to go to GameStop to get something, even though it's free for my game. So I didn't get to experience the Shaman event then. But I did get to experience the Shaman event in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And I actually shiny hunted Shaman in Brilliant Diamond, and I got it really quickly, which was super exciting. I'll show that off sometime. And it's cool. I mean, it's like long, but it's not a big deal. It's unique. It was cool the way, I don't know. It was a very unique set piece of being like, there's this insanely long walk, but you would know there's a legendary at the end. You just have to go on a walk. I don't think it was that bad. It didn't make shiny hunting it bad either, because I think running down the bridge was faster, but I just soft reset for Shaman. I'm gonna be happy if Red and Blue come back in a new game. Yeah, they showed up at Sun and Moon, and that was really, really cool. My first Pokemon game ever was actually Heart Gold. So seeing Red at the top of Mount Silver, I didn't know who he was. All I knew was, oh my gosh, this guy just sent out a level 81 Pikachu. What do I do? And then retroactively, I kind of learned who he was, and then played the Kanto games. Yeah, it'd be super cool to see him come back. Red and Blue are in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, I think. Blue gives you the Mega Stone, or the Mega Key Ring. And then Red is like a secret boss if you beat 10 of the Master Trainers in that game. So that's pretty cool. He has a Mega Venusaur, which, shout out Bulbasaur line, my favorite Pokemon. Now, here, out of my hands, the Diamond Pearl events, Darkrai is sick. Darkrai is good. It's cool because it very clearly mirrors Cresselia. It's a little creepy. And it adds lore to this, not only other legendary Pokemon, but it adds lore to a town. And one of my favorite things about Pokemon is the world building in it. I love catching and learning about these new creatures, but I also love getting to experience the way that the world around these creatures has developed and learned to coexist with them, or the stories and myths that have been told about them. Dude, I really gotta play Explorers of Time. Explorers of Sky, whatever it is. Do I think they're making more DLC for ZA? I don't think so. I think if they were, they would have already said it. I think they're working on the next game. Gen 10, probably. But Pokemon Champions is coming out pretty soon, and that's going to be free, so that's pretty exciting. Dude, the Explorer games are probably so good. You know what? I actually just figured out a way to record DS 3DS footage. So, Explorers of Sky is on the table or something in the future. I think that's a very good idea. I might have to jot that down. The Cresselia and Dark Islands are like next to each other. Yeah. You actually, I don't know if you know this out of my hands. So the ZA DLC, spoiler warning for those of you that haven't gotten to experience it. Feel free to mute the stream for about 2 minutes. Probably like a minute. Okay, I'm gonna spoil something real quick. 3, 2, 1. Darkrai is the final boss, and he has a Mega Form, and it's really good. And you go to that island. In a distortion, you go to New Moon Island, and it's really cool because it looks great. It looks phenomenal in 3D, and they really put time into making sure it looked good. But it very clearly still is the same island, and it's super good. Okay, spoiler talk done. Hopefully, I don't know how to tell people that. Hopefully, they'll come back soon. My cat is laying upside down right now, looking at me. What you doing, buddy? But yeah, it's a little weird because they gave Darkrai a new form in this game. But Cresselia was kind of left in the dust. You'd think they would have kept them together because they're kind of meant to be tied. That's all right. Cresselia doesn't need it. It's already insanely strong. I play the Kung Fu event in Pokemon Go. For the most part, if there was an event in Pokemon Go, I've played it. I do. I have 2 Kung Fu in Go, actually. Not the biggest fan of Kung Fu or its evolutions. They're both kind of competitively broken. Well, Urshifu specifically is so broken competitively that it almost ruined Pokemon for me. Not that I don't use one. But I can't look at the Pokemon without being like, you're a $30 Pokemon that crits all the time and hits through Protect. That's insane. That's ridiculous. I've played competitive Pokemon since Sun and Moon. So I was here kind of before the Incineroar wave, because he was like late Sun and Moon, and well before Urshifu, and it's crazy how much those 2 Pokemon shook up competitive. Darkrai was also like an anime-focused Pokemon anyway, so I mean, it's nice to see him more. Dude, and this is like a small thing to comment on out of my hands, but I knew this, but I know a lot of people that didn't. Darkrai has legs. Oh, hold on. My cat just looked at the wires that are going to my computer. Please don't play with them. If the stream randomly ends. But yeah, Darkrai has legs, and they're kind of creepy looking, like they're long, slender, and almost pointed. And in this game, he shows up and he has the legs. He's standing. He's standing in front of the moon on the hill, and it's like his silhouette, and you see his legs. I was like, nice, that's cool. I knew that was there. I know a lot of people didn't. But yeah, it is cool. Yeah, they are. Then he retracts them. If you haven't seen the cutscene that he shows up in this game, you should go watch it. It's awesome if you don't plan on playing it. Did I watch any of the Pokemon anime? If so, which one is your favorite? I watched a lot of the Pokemon anime as a kid. Even as I got older, it was always kind of like, oh, Pokemon anime's on. Like, I won't change the channel. I started watching in the Advanced generation, really. Towards like the tail end of Advanced, and then that we had like a bunch of Advanced generation DVDs, which is like Hoenn. That's when May, Brock, and Max were his traveling companions. But I really started watching it in Diamond and Pearl. So it's hard not to say Diamond and Pearl is my favorite. But dude, X, Y, and Z look so good, and Ash Greninja is so cool that I think I'm gonna have to say X, Y, Z is my favorite. I do know the new Pokemon anime is pretty good though. Pokemon Horizons. Sad to see Ash go. But it's cool they're trying something different. I don't think he's gone forever either. I'm sure he'll show up at some point. Okay, Cobalion, are you shiny? Nope. I know Explorers of the Sky is so good. If Pokemon was not a thing, what would I be doing? I'll tell you what, out of my hands. I'm gonna immediately after stream try to figure out where I can get a copy of, like, a real copy of Explorers of Sky. That's on a, like, that might be #1 on the games I want to play list right now. If Pokemon was not a thing, what would I be doing? That's it. You know what's crazy is that seems like such a basic question, but at the risk of becoming the butt of a joke, Pokemon is so important to who I am that I don't know how to answer that. I'd probably be playing a lot more Minecraft because I already play a lot of, like, if I had to pick like a top 2 things I waste time doing, it's playing Pokemon and playing Minecraft. So probably playing Minecraft. But it's kind of a funny answer to that. I don't know. Maybe I'd pick up a sport if Pokemon wasn't a thing. Pokemon wasn't a thing, what would I be doing? I'm gonna like fall asleep thinking about that question. I'd be living a much sadder life, I think. How much, out of my hands, if you know off the top of your head, how much does an actual authentic, I don't need the box, copy, what's it called? It doesn't need to be in the box. How much would a copy of that cost me? No thanks, your favorite subject sheep. I actually already have a shiny Phalanx in this game. I appreciate it. I've got plenty of good Phalanx. If you would like a Phalanx, hold on, I might, here, look at this. Hold on. Like, yeah, there's a shiny Phalanx I have. His name is Battle Bus, like Fortnite. But yeah, I told you, Aided, if you ever eventually get Legends CA, show up. I'll give you one of these guys. No way! It's only 30 to 50 bucks. That's like almost retail. No shot. Are you kidding? Oh, in Pokemon Go. We can't trade in Pokemon Go. We have to be close to each other in Pokemon Go to trade it. I appreciate it, though. If we send gifts back and forth, Aiden, for a while, it's going to take probably a long time. We'll be able to do a remote trade. And then, yeah, I'll trade you something cool for a Phalanx. But unless we're close to each other, we can't do that. Okay. 90, that's more what I expect. I just got to find someone who doesn't know what they have. You know what I mean? Not to sound like scammy, but I've got to find someone who's just like, hey, don't want this game. It's in my DS collection. I don't play it. Ugh, I would absolutely like to play that game now. Because it's Gen 4. And Gen 4 is what I kind of grew up on. I got into Pokemon around Gen 3, but I started playing the games in Gen 4. I remember going over to my friend's house, and at this point I already had Pokemon cards. I had a bunch of Pokemon action figures. And I can remember I had like little plastic Pokemon action figures, and I would throw them most of the time into the couch or into a pillow because like I didn't want to break them. But because I didn't have any Pokeball toys, I would be like, go. That's true. But I want to own it. Like, I'm a Pokemon guy. I want to own. It's apparently one of the best Pokemon games ever. So it's kind of ridiculous that I, 1, haven't played it, and 2, don't have it. I've also admittedly paid more for an old Pokemon game. I think I paid $100 for my Pokemon Pinball Ruby Sapphire. And I love that game so much. That is a future stream, if I've ever seen one. Pokemon Pinball. Oh, you played Animal Crossing on the DS? Was it a 3DS or was it a regular DS? Which Animal Crossing was it? That's what I should be asking. Was it New Leaf? Because I played a whole lot of Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm a big Animal Crossing fan. They're about to update the one on the Switch soon, I've heard. And they're adding Zelda stuff to it. And Zelda is something else I'm I'm pretty big into. So hopefully they'll get back into it. Forgot. That's all right. All the Animal Crossing games are great. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. Those of you just now tuning in, we're 369 encounters, which is pretty nice, into Cobalion at this point. It's streaming about 2 hours, so making good progress. It's about a 1 in 575 chance to get Shiny Cobalion. So, obviously, if you're aware of how statistics work, we're not guaranteed one at 575. But it's good to have a goal number. It makes it easier, I guess. There's also the chance that this one's shiny, which it's not. Always good to check. If it takes me till midnight, midnight's pretty late. I don't know. Luckily, I don't have anything I'm doing tomorrow, so if it takes me till midnight, that's okay. I'll just have to sleep in really hard. Normally, I don't have to worry about school at all anymore. I actually graduated college recently, so that's pretty cool. But I normally kind of do stay up till midnight anyway. That's kind of when I start getting a little tired. But if it takes too long, we'll just continue this some other day. I'm not gonna. This isn't. I'll stop. I won't stop until I get Cobalion anyway. But hopefully, we'll just get Cobalion soon, and this will be a quick hunt. Oh my god, are you serious? Out of my hands. Send me the link on Discord if you don't want. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Oh, really? Dude. That'd be awesome to own. Look at my Discord pulled up. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. Thank you. Condition very good. Yo, hold on a second. I was looking at it out of my hands. And I'll send you the link to this. You might think this is cool. You might want this. It's a demo kiosk. It's a demo kiosk copy of it. I don't really know what that means, but that's kind of cool. Did you hate how Scarlet Mouth did nothing for one shiny beard? Yeah. The shiny noise is great. The shiny noise is awesome. It makes shinies easier to notice, but the amount of times I have seen it or probably walked past a shiny is kind of ridiculous. What's cool about streaming is if I do, you guys can point at it and make fun of me, which is always pretty exciting. Made a Lego Doc Ock. Like the Spider-Man guy? I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, so if that's what you're talking about, you're speaking my language. I mean, I have pet spiders, of course. You missed a shiny. What shiny did you miss? I've missed a few as well. I have saved on my Switch a couple that I've missed. And Doc Ock is cool. Probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I like Venom a lot, too. Venom's cool. Actually, we were talking about video games I've played on the YouTube channel. I played Violet, and I've actually also played Spider-Man 2 with Venom. So I recommend checking that out. That was a fun playthrough. I did that a while ago. Did that summer. I don't think it was summer actually. The year it was October 20th when that came out. Oh, Screamtail. Ah, oh, that's a cool one. Screamtail's cool. I like the Scarlet Paradox forms, the ones from the past, so much more than I like the Violet ones. That's the only issue. Is I like I've been incrementing the wrong counter again. I gotta stop doing that. I like Miraidon a lot more. Oh, whoops. Hopefully that didn't just save. I should have been paying more attention. I have a backup save if it did, so no big deal. Let me actually change. Okay, it did. It did not. Real quick, let me change my... Here we go. Okay, now I shouldn't accidentally go to any old ones. Or any other counters. There we go. How did you find out you missed it? You have someone tell you or something? A lot of times I'll see it right before it despawns. I've had that happen plenty of times on me. But I like the Scarlet Paradox Pokemon so much more than the Violet ones. I like Miraidon a lot. It's definitely my preferred of Miraidon Koraidon. But all of the Scarlet ones are way better. Except Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle's awesome. Iron Bundle's awesome. And then Iron Moth is pretty cool too. Yeah, it's nice that they brought it back for ZA. The Shiny Sparkle is in Legend ZA. And it has saved me a lot because I'll be walking around. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, okay. You saw it, you didn't think it was shiny, and then you saw a different one, and we're like, oh, wait a minute, that was shiny. Ugh. That stings. Luckily, getting shinies in Scarlet Violet is a little bit easier. So, you should be able to go reclaim it. With a little bit of effort. Obviously, it'll take you some time and some Herba Mystica, but... I failed quite a few shinies in my time. Probably somewhere around 10. Scarlet Violet's a majority of those. My worst fail, though... Oof. Whenever I think about this, I like cringe. So, when I was a kid... One of the first... That didn't reset. You can't make a sandwich in ZA, but you can make donuts, and that do the same thing. So I actually have a donut going right now that is making this Cobalion more likely to be shiny. So it's kind of similar to that. But my worst shiny fail ever, when I was a kid, a friend of mine found a shiny Ho-Oh, and he failed it. He had struggled to death in front of him. There's a bit more to that story, and I'll get into it at some other point. But what's funny about that is years later, I'm talking this year, and the original one that he failed was probably, it was in Sun and, nope. Yeah, it was like around Sun and Moon. It was around that time period, whenever that was. 2016, somewhere around there. It's about 10 years ago. Wow. I found a shiny Ho-Oh, and I failed it in the exact same way. It struggled to death. That was like in 2025 that happened. So it was like kind of ironic. Like I found the shiny Ho-Oh, and all I could think about was, oh, remember when my friend failed this? And then I failed it. It was like, I don't know, it must have been fate. Everyone is destined to fail one shiny Ho-Oh. I got it later. I found another shiny Ho-Oh and I caught it. Which shiny Mega is the worst? Oh, I can't believe I'm going to go on record saying this. My first ever Pokemon was a Totodile. So for Alligator, has been pretty important to me most of my life. I hate Mega for Alligator. I know that I know what the joke is. I know it closes its hat and it becomes a big Totodile. I just watched the stream, the stream watching go down. So, the biggest Totodile for Alligator fan ever just left. I gotta say for Alligator. Because it's just that Mega is not good. I don't like it. And I know that it's funny. I know that it's a joke. But, like, I wish it was cool. I wish it was awesome looking. And it's not. It's kind of lame. It's kind of a joke. It's intentionally a joke. I think all the other Megas they've introduced are, like, awesome. Like, they didn't really miss with many of them. Even for Alligators isn't, like, horrible. It could have been worse. Mega Starmie is weird. Mega Starmie is weird. It's like funny though. Like I look at Mega Starmie and I'm like, it's not cool, but it makes me laugh. So it's like it gets points for that. You know what I mean? It's also, and here's what's something cool. If you read its Dex entry, Mega Starmie talks about the reason it has legs and is taller now is because, I don't know if you know, the Starmie is an alien. The Pokedex talks about that a lot. It's from outer space, and it crash landed. They did do it dirty, but it crash landed, and the reason when it Mega Evolves it grows legs is because Pokedex mentions that it's trying to look more human. It's an alien that's trying to look like it's a human for some reason, which is a little weird, but it's like a little scary. But it's very unique. And that's what I like in a Pokemon. A Pokemon design can be bad. As long as it's got something unique about it, I can get behind it. It would have been cool if they gave it something nice, though. Like give it a sword. Give Starmie a giant sword, right? Or do the Zygarde thing. Give Mega Starmie a giant cannon. Trying to think what other Megas we could talk about. I like Mega Dragalge. It's cool looking. The Mega Lucario Z is like whatever. Honestly, like it's okay. Yeah, it was cool to battle Nemona. I like Nemona a lot. I think her battle theme was pretty cool. I mean, it was cool to have someone who was like excited that you were beating them, like she was. My favorite Pokemon champion, though, Steven Stone from Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Ruby Sapphire, Emerald, and Hoenn. He's just so cool. He's got a Metagross, and Metagross is just an awesome Pokemon. Whoa, what was her team? Let me look. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Oh, it's weird. And Gudra is a okay choice. Orthworm. It's an interesting team. I bet you the stream got really laggy there for a sec. I apologize. It had a Goodra, it had a Lycanroc, and Orthworm. Had Palmot. I just had it pulled up, actually. Had Palmot, did Dunsparce, which I can get behind you, Dunsparce. Dunsparce is cool. And it had a starter, the starter you didn't pick. If I had to rate her team, I'd say like a 6 out of 10. It's not super cool. Not the most interesting team I've ever seen. And like 2 of those points are honestly because of the Dunsparce. I don't think her team is necessarily bad. I just think there's been cooler ones in the past. Like Cynthia. I know that's like... Everyone is like, oh, Cynthia's team is great. It is. It sucks because it's the popular opinion. So it's not unique to say it. But Cynthia's team is awesome. She's a Garchomp, dude. Garchomp is sick. I love Garchomp. Ooh. Do I think a new type is going to come out? I don't think we're ever going to get a new type. I'll say that. I'll still answer your question. I'll still come up with a new one. But I think they're going to stick to 18 forever. But if one was to come out... I mean, Sound is the right choice. There's so many Sound-focused Pokemon that it not being a type is kind of weird. I would think Sound would be... I don't know what it'd be good against. Sound, I think, would be super effective against water, because like water ripples when you play Sound into it. You know what I mean? Maybe Ice. Sound would be good against Ice, too, because those people that sing really high and the ice breaks. Yeah. A lot of people think Sound would be a good type. Because it's the only thing that we're kind of missing, is a Sound type. Because we have a lot of... I don't know if you know this, but Sound moves are like a big thing. It's like a category. So there are abilities like Soundproof that make it so if a move is sound focused, it just won't do anything. And there are other moves and abilities that also interact with sound in different ways. So it's interesting because sound is very clearly a classification of move. A pretty big one. But it's not a type. If I had to come up with another one that wasn't sound, I think a space type would be cool. Make aliens a space type, right? Or extraterrestrial or something. The issue with that, though, is there's so many Pokemon that are already from space that do you go back and make all of them space type? Also, how does that interact with anything? Like, space would be probably going against fire, because fire can't exist in a vacuum, in the vacuum of space. What beats space? Did I hate Iota's Miss... I assume you mean Miss Magius. I don't know. I didn't have much trouble with it, honestly. I don't think I had a ground type in my team at that point, but I had a grass type. And grass resists electric, so I didn't have too much problem with it. Was it difficult for you? Did you have some trouble? That's why you bring it up. The only person in Scarlet Violet that I had trouble with was the final fight at the end, honestly. That was a little tough. I wouldn't worry. Do you have a ground-type Pokemon on your team? Wait, does she have Levitate? Oh, it has levitate. Okay, ground won't even help you. Ignore what I was saying. Don't use a ground move on it. If you have a grass type, that'll work really well. It won't be super effective, but electric is not very effective. Yeah, water and ground. I was thinking ground could beat it too. Even Knackley. What does it know? Let me tell. Hold on. Let me tell you exactly what her Miss Magius knows. You're not shiny, are you? No. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up what Iono's team has. I'll give you an exact rundown. Aiden, hold on, I got you. I'll be like your Pokemon instructor. Okay. Wattrel. Your Knackley. Have Knackley at the front of your party. Because it beats her Wattrel. Her Wattrel can't touch your Knackley. Use some rock moves. That thing should go down quick. She's got a Belly Bolt and a Luxio too. Oof. Okay. Both of those are pretty strong Pokemon. I'm gonna be honest. What level is your around? Where are your Pokemon level wise? Like what level is your highest level Pokemon? Just tell me that. Okay, sorry about that. I had to mute for a second, blow my nose. Um, your Pokemon should be. Oh, you're okay. This is exactly where you should be then. Okay, that's perfect. Um, so you're not your level 26 is higher level than her Pokemon, but your other Pokemon are around where they should be. This is going to be like you got to focus a little for this fight, but it's not going to be like insanely hard. Her Belly Bolt has a water move, so don't use Knackley against her Belly Bolt. What's your? I assume you have Knackley, probably Crocalor, right? What's your other Pokemon? This is fun. I get to like help you through a Pokemon battle. You have Knackley, Crocalor, and what's your third? Oh, you have four. Okay. What are your other two? Ooh, Psyduck is not going to be very helpful here. I'll tell you what, Aiden. On right outside the city, are there Cyclizar there? Are there wild Cyclizar? Because Cyclizar would work really, really well here. Even ignoring the fact that he's one of my favorite Pokemon, Cyclizar kind of cooks her. If you can go catch a Cyclizar, go catch a Cyclizar. It'll help you so much. Or if you know where any Cyclizar are, Cyclizar basically just beats her Miss Magius by itself, almost. As long as you... Oh, you're on the gym test? Okay, if you get a chance to leave and go do something else before you can battle her, go catch a Cyclizar. Otherwise, use your save your Crocalor for her Miss Magius. Psyduck's not really going to do anything. Maybe try to use Fido on Bellybolt and Luxio. Just try to make it so when her Mismagius comes in, your Crocolore is still at full health, and you should be fine. Especially, does he have Bite? If he has the move Bite. Oh, but that one, she's Terastallizing. Never mind. Ignore that. But yeah. Don't use Fido, or no, don't use Nacli on Bellybolt. Okay. Yeah, Cyclizar helps you a lot. Because Cyclizar resists electric moves. And when her Mismagius comes in, Mismagius has a ghost move called Hex. Cyclizar is part normal type. So ghost moves don't work on Cyclizar. So Hex just can't do anything. And the only other move Mismagius can use against Cyclizar is Charge Beam, which is electric. And because Cyclizar is also Dragon, it resists electric type moves. So he's kind of built to take this gym. I'll say that. I have her team still pulled up on my phone. So if when you battle her, yeah, no problem. If when you battle her, she has a Pokemon in and you want to know what moves it knows, just let me know. I also just like Cyclizar a lot. He's really cool. I used one when I played through Scarlet Violet. I don't know. I don't know the in-back out mid test. I think there's a point where they're like, okay, you're done with the gym test. Go to this place to battle her, and you might be able to leave then. You probably can win without Cyclizar, but if you can go catch a Cyclizar, you'll definitely be able to win. If you can't, though, you'll probably still be fine. I wouldn't be too worried. None of the trainers in Scarlet Violet are like super, super hard. As long as you kind of know your types. So like, don't use Nacli against Bellybolt because it can use a water move against you, and don't use Psyduck really at all. Psyduck's a cool Pokemon, but he does not handle getting hit by electric moves very well. Starting to near odds for this Cobalion. Out of my hands. If you're still here, it's kind of hard for me to alt-tab. A lot of my computer's resources are being used up on the fact that I'm streaming and I'm using a laptop to do so. So is the price still around whatever it was, $30 on that? Explorers of Sky copy. Hold on, do you have... I'll look, hold on. I'll tell you how many trainers you have to fight. Give me just a sec. I think it's 3. I don't know for sure. I'm trying to figure out for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 3. Okay, I don't know where to look for that. I'm going to say 3. I think it 100% is 3. That's what I remember, at least. Yeah. You should be okay, though. Some wild Pokemon just saw me for a second there. Oh, just saw me. No, it didn't. Okay, we're good. Come on, Cobalion. Please be shining. That would be fantastic. You're Knackly evolved. Yeah, what is it, Knackle Stack now? Cool guy. Looks like he's from Minecraft. Yeah, this is kind of boring. This is a shiny hunt. Unfortunately, this is kind of what it is. This is what people do. By people, I mean me. And a decent amount of other people. Shiny hunting is really boring for 99% of it. I don't really know if I'm being passive aggressive. I apologize if I am. Shiny hunting is boring for 99% of it, and then it gets really, really exciting for just a second. And then you catch the shiny and move on to your next one. Hope your day's been going well, Nick. I just heard my cat knock something over in the other room. Hopefully nothing important or fragile. Hoping to get it soon. Odds are 1 in 575, so got 100 off from reaching odds. Oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate the appreciate the sauce. Yeah, you'll name Cyclozar. Yeah. I got Look, I got a bolognese sauce named after me, or dedicated to me. I apologize, and a Cyclozar named after me. That's awesome. Successful stream. Was it good? Did it taste good? Awesome. Do you work at like a restaurant? Or were you just cooking? Cooking at work. Stuffed shells. Ooh, okay. Was it good enough to where you just put a straw in it and you'd slurp it up a little? Like a little tomato smoothie? You know what I made today? For dinner, I had 2 hot dogs. Yeah, it must be. Because I went when I was at school, when I was at college, my university dining hall sucked. It was bad. The best thing there was the pizza. Yeah, you found Cyclozar? Yeah. Okay. Cyclozar's got your back. Don't even worry about it. He'll carry you through that gym. Cyclozar is good for all of it, but he's really good against the last Pokemon. So maybe try to save him for the last Pokemon, but if you need him for the others, it should work. Yeah, my university's dining hall, they had was pizza. That was good. I went to pizza that shit out of the qualities. What they would do at mine was congrats on catching Cyclozar, was they would have like revolving or cycle. They would cycle in and out stuff. Every day there'd be new dishes, but there was some stuff they always had, and it was like made to order burgers, where you go up and you tell the guy how well you want it done and stuff like that, and he'd make it right in front of you on like a stovetop or like a griddle. I don't know, more of like a griddle than anything. And then they had some stuff that was always there, and pizza was one of the things that was always there. And like I tried some of the other stuff, but it always just tasted like dishwasher and salt. Everything in my dining hall, other than the pizza, which just tasted like frozen pizza, tasted like dishwasher and salt. And then I'd get the burgers a lot because a burger's always pretty good. This is when I only had a dining hall plan my first year actually at college. The other years I just kind of fend for myself and ate a lot of hot dogs and frozen pizzas. But made to order quesadillas sound awesome. Made to order ramen is kind of just like what I would do in my room anyway. But they also had they had like a sandwich bar, and it wasn't like submarine sandwich, like it wasn't subs. It was like white bread, 2 slices of white bread sandwiches. And I used that probably the most because I had one of those meal plans where I could kind of just stop in whenever. And I honestly didn't use it a whole lot because it was just like such whatever food. Like I just would rather eat the ramen that I had at home. But every now and then on the way to class, I'd stop in and I'd make myself a quick sandwich to eat on the way, and that was pretty good. Ham, American cheese, and then like some banana peppers was kind of my go-to. I put mayonnaise on it sometimes, but sometimes they didn't have like a mayonnaise bottle. It was like not even a jar. It was like a small metal vat of mayonnaise that was like something. It was kind of repulsive. It was like, I like mayonnaise on my sandwich, but that's disgusting. Been our house full of multi-decade cooking professionals who care about quality. Yeah, so should you stack on potions? You should be fine. You probably don't need the potions. If you have like 5 or 6, you should be fine. Yeah, we didn't. Ours were like I would go to the dining hall, and the people that would be working there would be people like I had classes with. They'd be other students. You know what they did do well though was breakfast. Dining hall breakfast was the only time where it was like I was excited to go. And it made it easier to go to my morning classes because like I a lot of times if I had morning classes, it'd be like morning class, large break, rest of my classes. So I'd go to my morning class. It mean I was up early. After the classes, I would go to the dining hall and I'd get like a made to order omelet, which is always great. And then like they had like French toast a lot too, and I'd grab that. The French toast is pretty good. I'm not even that big of a French toast guy, and I enjoyed their French toast. They also had they always had a waffle machine you could use. So there's a couple times I almost got that for dinner. Let's get cooked on Giacomo. What type is Giacomo? I can't remember him. Is he poison? No, he's dark, right? Isn't he dark type? Fido should have done pretty good against Giacomo if he's dark type. Nick, our dining hall had to, yeah, Fido should have been, but Fairy beats Dark, in case you weren't aware of that. So next time you see a Dark type Pokemon, pull out Fido, and it should be pretty one-sided. They had like desserts always, and they would be like cookies and stuff, and cupcakes. Every single dessert they had, other than like the brownies they had were sometimes good. but like the cookies and cupcakes, you'd bite into it and it would just taste like straight Play-Doh. I've never actually eaten Play-Doh, but I've smelled Play-Doh, so like I know how it tastes, and it was that. It was spot on Play-Doh. Oh, fair. Fruitions whose whole business get contacted by universities do their dining halls, and that's how. Yeah. That's absolutely the way to do it. I mean, you know that for a fact now. They did unfortunately, when I lived at my university, I lived right next to the dining hall. Like my building was literally one door down, and it was like one door down, but it was still like a 5-minute walk, but you know, that's basically nothing. It's even worse because our profit model is based on students not really having any of that. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I lived less than a 5-minute walk from the dining hall, but the next closest option was like a 10-minute walk. And like a lot of times it'd be a 10-minute walk, but that place would close at 6 p.m. So if it was 8 and I just got out of my classes, hope I'm ready for pizza and Play-Doh cookies. So I would eat ramen a lot. I would go home and I'd make ramen real quick. I didn't even have like a stove to make it on to like boil the water. So I would it wasn't microwave ramen, but I would put water in a bowl and I would microwave the not microwave ramen. Cereal was a big one. And then eventually I switched to a dorm where I had a kitchen and I was a little bit better about that, but like I'm not the greatest chef anyway. So like I was still eating ramen a lot. What was I just saying? It was like a 5-minute walk to the dining hall. I can't remember at all what I was saying about it. It was a 5-minute walk to the dining hall. Sometimes I would like bring Tupperware though, and that was kind of nice because you could fill the Tupperware up and bring that home and then have pizza later too. But it closed at like 9. And like even if you're not like me where you stay up really late and you like eating late, like I have my dinners always very late. You just get out, like I had classes that would get out at 8:30. Then what? I got 30 minutes to not only get to the dining hall, but also to eat? That's ridiculous. Oh, I remember what I was saying. I lived 5 minutes from one of the dining halls, and unfortunately, not only was it the worst one, there was 2 dining halls. The one I lived right next to was the worst of the 2, but also the other one had a soft serve machine. So every now and then I would just do the 30-minute walk to the other one because I was like, not only am I going to get slightly better food, it still wasn't great, but it was slightly better. But I'm gonna have some soft serve when I'm done. What if I lose the shiny? That would be bad. That would destroy my mood. There's a low chance of that though. Once the shiny shows up in ZA, I can save right in front of it, and then if I lose it, I can just turn off the game and turn it back on, and the shiny will be there still. So I'm not really worried about it. There's the chance of it, but I would have to really, really mess up to lose this shiny once it shows up. That looks... Nope. Yeah, I had the meal plan that would let me go as often as I wanted. I think every 2 hours I could go was the limit. And I probably used that a total of, realistically, like less than 30 times. Yeah. No, I'm not good at cooking. And it's because I haven't tried it. Like, I know if I put, like, slightly more effort into it, it would be good. I actually, right before I moved away from my college town, um, I made the most complex dish I had, which was I made dough completely from scratch and then made tequeños, which for those of you that don't know what that is, it's kind of just like a slightly sweeter mozzarella stick. And they're pretty good. I definitely could have done better. The dough, I didn't make like enough dough, so there were parts where the cheese was still poking through, but they tasted great. And it was my first time like trying, because I had some cheese and I would form it into almost cheese sticks, and I would wrap the dough around it and then fry it in oil. And that's not super complex, but I did have to make the dough from scratch, which is something I'd never done before, and that was pretty fun. And cooking is definitely just like everyone can do it, you just gotta practice type of thing. To quote Ratatouille, everyone can cook. So, do I think all the Pokemon games are worth it? That's tough. All probably not. I'm trying to think of ones I would say aren't. There's no reason to play Diamond and Pearl because Platinum is out, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are just bad. Like, honestly, just don't play. Like, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl are not good. Anyone can cook. Right, that's right. My bad. Anyone can cook, not everyone. I probably should start learning to cook a little more. I'm sure I would enjoy real food as opposed to hot dogs for dinner most nights. Especially because right now, like, I've got a lot of time. But only the fearless can be great. Well, I'll tell you what, I am fearless. I'm going to put so much weird stuff in my meals. You're going to be eating pasta with M&Ms in it, and you're going to like it. You're going to be blown away. Yeah, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is the most hated Pokemon game. And, like, look, as someone who tries to be pretty optimistic about the franchises I like, it's bad. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was bad. I grew up playing Diamond and Pearl, and then also Platinum. And Pokemon Platinum is probably one of, if not the best Pokemon game. I think Emerald is the best. But Platinum's really good. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl are worse than Platinum, and Platinum came out 10 years ago. So... And it's the same general story, same region. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl doesn't even have any Pokemon. Platinum doesn't, and it came out 10 years later. Use them for your inspiration and learning, but make your own food. There's more caveats to that for the most part. Yeah, I think the most difficult part for me right now, and this totally is just something that comes with experience, is that I'm not at the point where I can taste something and know, A, what it's missing, or B, even if I do know what it's missing, I'm not quite sure what to add. So, like, if I taste something and I'm like, this flavor is slightly off, and I want it to lean more in X direction, I don't know what ingredient necessarily gets. Obviously, like, if it's, it needs more salt, like, I know I need to add salt to it. But, like, if I'm making, I don't know. Like, I know what bolognese tastes like. Bolognese, it's a hard word. I think bolognese is right. I know what it tastes like, but I have no clue how to get it there. Yeah. Do you like the 2D games better than the 3D? I don't know. I think I like them both equally. The 3D does feel more real, and I do like that. Like, it's cool to be playing a Pokemon game and feel like I'm in a Pokemon game. But I grew up on the 2D game, so it's hard not to love them. I think Pokemon's going in the right direction, though. Like, I think there's some parts about this game that I wish were better. Like, yeah, look, the windows are 2D, and that's kind of annoying. But, like, this game, I like playing Emerald more. A lot more. But this game is probably a better game than Pokemon Emerald. For a number of reasons. But I think I do like the 3D maybe more. I don't know. That's a good question, Aiden. I got to think about that one. I'll get back to you on that. How long would you say you've been, like, consistently cooking, Nick? That's gotten you to the point where you're able to do stuff like we just talked about. I'm at a time in my life where I kind of have nothing but time, so now is the time to figure that out, I guess. Figure out how to be able to do that well. Yeah, Nick is our in-house Gordon Ramsay, I guess. I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay. Nick is the in-house Gordon Ramsay, and then I always found someone who had trade knowledge over the past probably 10 years. I almost like, and I'm in a weird spot with that because like ever since I was a kid, my mom always cooked for us. My mom and dad have always made us food. And it was never something I kind of had to do on my own. And I obviously appreciated that because it meant I didn't have to worry about what was for dinner because I knew I could come home and there would be dinner. But because of that, like I never learned. And it's almost embarrassing. It's almost a little embarrassing how little I know about cooking. So I've just got to learn to teach myself. I tried cooking once in like early high school. I cooked dinner for the family and it was good, but I did just follow a recipe. You know what I mean? Like it was just, I made what the instructions said to do. So I wouldn't really call that cooking as much as it was like following instructions. Like I wouldn't call someone who has a bunch of Lego sets that they built a good Lego builder. Because they just followed those instructions. You've got to build stuff on your own to be good at building Legos. Yeah, Nick is our in-house Gordon Ramsay. He can give us all cooking tips. If he's Gordon Ramsay level and he dedicated a bolognese sauce to me, I feel completely honored. So, I appreciate that. Going the wrong way. You realize how much of cooking is just putting. So, the Belly Bolt is cooking. The Belly Bolt has two moves. One of them is electric and one of them is water type. Cyclozar resists both. I'll just point that out. My issue, though, Nick, is I know... I just don't... I'm not the biggest onion fan. I'll eat onions, but I don't really love them. And I know a lot of times you put onion in a dish and you can't even taste it. Or, like, I know that sometimes you put onion in and you just cook something in the onion and then you don't even need the onion. You just take the thing you cooked out, potentially. But because my distaste for onion is so strong... I'm almost like fearful about using it. Like if I bite into the steak, it doesn't matter how good it tastes because if I taste there was onion on it, I'm immediately gonna be like, oh, man, there's onion on this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just gotta kind of get over that. Yeah, I'm surprised her Belly Bolt's just a strong Pokemon. If you still have Cyclozar standing, Cyclozar should help you out there. And Psyduck will probably be one-shot, but he might be able to get something off. Oh, no. Okay, you're down to 2. What Pokemon do you have left? Throw Cyclozar out there. Cyclozar's got this thing in the bag. Don't even worry about it. As long as Cyclozar has... Just throw Cyclozar out. You're fine. Belly Bolt can't hit Cyclozar very hard at all. As long as Cyclozar is around a comparable level. I know, with the onions. Okay, then you should be okay. If he gets low, maybe just heal him a little. But just focus on doing damage, because every damage you do is somewhat permanent on Belly Bolt. So, like, even if you have to heal off damage, it really can't too much. And I have grown up a decent amount. Like, I used to be so repulsed by onion that I wouldn't even touch it. But nowadays, like, I'll eat it every now and then. Like, I'm not going to not eat it. I'm at the point in my life where I'm kind of just like, even if as long as something's not going to make me throw up, I'll eat it. Like, I've grown up to the point where I can get through something I don't love. I hate when onion is overpowering. Like, the last thing I want to do when biting into a burger is only taste the onion, and it feels like 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what happens with onion with me. If there is a raw onion on my burger and I bite into my burger, there is no meat. I might as well just be biting into a whole raw onion. I also like am kind of when you cut onions and it hurts your eyes, like my eyes hurt really bad. I don't know if I'm just like more susceptible to that, but like it really stings. And I know it does for everyone, but yeah, I know cooked onions are slightly different. And cooked onions are definitely easier for me to get down. Like I do love myself a good bloomin' onion or an awesome blossom, as some more, eloquent people would put it. What Terra is your Cyclozar? Probably not. Don't Terra your Cyclozar. Do not Terra Cyclozar. When you terrestrialize, either way, you're losing a type. So if Cyclozar is Terra Dragon, you're losing your normal type. If Cyclozar is Terra Normal, you're losing your Dragon type. That's better, but still don't terrestrialize. Because if you become only Dragon type, you lose your normal typing, which means when Miss Magius eventually comes out, its ghost moves will be able to hit you. But if you were still part normal type, they wouldn't be able to. So keeping Cyclozar not terrestrialized helps you out defensively here. It's probably the better choice. Yeah, they burned my eyes pretty bad too. I literally, there was very recently, I was in like a Hispanic restaurant and I got tacos. They were very good, but I wasn't in the kitchen. I was in the dining room eating. And I could tell that they were cutting onions in the kitchen. I couldn't even see the kitchen, but my eyes started like hurting, and I was like, "They're cutting onions back there," and I can feel it right now. It was kind of like an open kitchen, so like if I walked a little to the right, I could have seen in it, but it was like definitely in another room, and I could like sense the onions being cut based on like the tears forming in my eyes. Good tacos, though. Even with the onions on them. Would you ever wear those goggles that people sometimes wear to make the onions not sting? I know it's like a little weird, and like I kind of just need like I understand the man up. It's just cutting onions argument. But like, look, if it's gonna make it less painful, like maybe. Yeah, Breaking Swipe works. Breaking Swipe should be fine, because use Breaking Swipe. It's a pretty good move, honestly. Against her Luxio especially, Breaking Swipe is really good. It's not super effective, but it'll 1, hit hard, and 2, lower Luxio's physical attack stat, which Luxio can only hit you physically anyway. So you're going to be making it so not only are you doing damage, but you're going to be taking less every time you use Breaking Swipe. Okay, Cobalion, come on. Be awesome to get this thing soon. We're almost at odds. Keep me updated, Aiden. We're going to get you through this Iona fight. No, you're cooked. Why? Cyclizar fainted. No. If you train up Cyclizar specifically, and you should be good. Your Nacli beats her Wattrel. Bellivolt is probably a little hard for your team now. Like, because you have a water Pokemon which is beat by its electric move, and then you have a rock and fire Pokemon that's beat by its water move. So all you really have for that is Fido and Cyclizar. He's spamming Charge Beam. Oh, are you on the Miss Magius now? If you're on Miss Magius, just maybe heal up Cyclizar if he's not going to go down. But Charge Beam only has a chance of snowballing. It only has a chance of making Miss Magius stronger. So, okay. Is Cyclizar all that's left? Oh no. Okay. Do you have a potion? How much damage? Because if you heal more than it's doing, you could theoretically just win it by spamming potions. To an extent. Obviously, it can use Charge Beam and potentially get out of hand, but still. If you are doing more if you're able to heal off the damage it's doing faster than it's doing damage, you can win. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. How much health does Miss Magius have left? Is it still at full health? If not, you can Terrastalize to Dragon and use a Dragon move, and it'll deal a lot of damage. You then run into the problem of you probably then can get hit by a Ghost move. But if it's close to, if the Miss Magius is around half health, and you Terrastalize and use Breaking Swipe, it might knock it out. Oh, then do it. Then Terra Dragon, Terrastalize, use Breaking Swipe, and if you're faster, you probably win. And Cyclizar is pretty fast, so there's a decent chance you are faster. Oh, we're over odds now. I didn't even notice. Come on, Cobalion. Good luck, Aiden. You got this. Just as long as your Cyclizar is either faster or can take one more hit, you win. Fingers crossed. I'm like holding my breath waiting for this. I want to know so bad if you beat Iona. No! Oh man. Huh. Was it faster? Or did you just not knock it out? you can either train up your Pokemon, or if you want, it's going to take a lot of typing. But if you want to send in the chat all of your Pokemon and what moves they know, I can probably try to help you through it a little better. I'm pretty good at Pokemon, so even if your team isn't super strong, I might be able to figure something out. I think there's a decent shot. Just have at the front, have your Knackley, or your Knackle stack now. Because he just beats her flying Pokemon. Then... what then? I'm trying to think. Here, I'm going to tell you, these are the matchups you want. Have Knacklestack beat her Wattrel. When she sends in Luxio, which I don't know, after Wattrel, it's going to be random what she sends in next, other than Mismagius. Mismagius will always be last. If she sends in Luxio, use Cyclizar. Cyclizar destroys her Luxio. If she sends in Bellibolt, I don't know. If she sends in Bellibolt, try to do a little damage with both Knacklestack and Psyduck, maybe. If Psyduck can do even a little bit of damage, it'll be helpful. And then finish it off with Cyclizar. Try to save your Crocalor and as much of Cyclizar as possible for her last Pokemon, for her Mismagius. And just on Bellibolt, use a little bit of Fido too. Luxio gets beat by Cyclizar so much that you should absolutely use Cyclizar against Luxio. Bellibolt is a little difficult, so just try to keep your Crocalor and your Cyclizar as healthy as possible for Mismagius, but if you need to use either of them a little bit for Bellibolt, it's okay as long as they still have a lot of their health left afterwards, and you should be okay. I definitely think you can do it with your team. No, that looked shiny, but it's not. Almost at 600. Oh, perfect. Okay. Rock throw, mud shot. Mud shot! Your Knacklestack knows mud shot? Mud shot's super effective. Use mud shot as mud shot doesn't work on Wattrel, just so you know. Wattrel's flying type, so use Smackdown until Wattrel dies. On Luxio, use Breaking Swipe on your Cyclizar. On Bike, as you put it. Your Fido is pretty good, actually. With Fido, your best move is Play Rough. And whenever you... Okay, so lead Knacklestack, use Smackdown to get through Wattrel. If her next Pokemon is Luxio, send in Cyclizar and use Breaking Swipe on it. If it's Bellibolt, first... Hold on. Okay. If it's Bellibolt, send in Fido and use Play Rough as much as possible. And then once either Fido goes... once Fido faints, Fido might beat it. But if Fido faints, send in Cyclizar and finish it off with Breaking Swipes. And then for her last Pokemon, which is Mismagius. Oh, wait. For her last Pokemon, Mismagius, Aiden, send in Crocalure and use Snarl a couple times. Use Snarl as much as possible. What Snarl does is, even though it won't do as much damage as using Flamethrower would do, is it lowers Mismagius' special attack, which means it will do less damage to you. So later, after a couple Snarls, Mismagius will be doing very, very little damage to your Pokemon. So maybe use Snarl once and then use Flamethrower. A little complicated, so if while the battle is going on you need me to say anything again, just let me know, and I got you. You've got a pretty good team here. You've got you could definitely beat this. You definitely don't need to train up anymore. I think you've got exactly what you need to beat Iona. That's 600 encounters for this thing. It's still nothing. Hold on, I'm going to pull up a shiny odds calculator. I want to see. Okay. I've done 605 encounters. Oh, thank you, Aiden's brother. 1 in 575. Okay, there's a 65% chance we should have already gotten the shiny. We already haven't, so maybe your brother here will be our good luck. Welcome to the stream, Aiden's brother. Hopefully, Aiden will be able to beat Iona. That's our main goal right now. Getting Cobalion isn't the main focus of the stream anymore. It's making sure Aiden can get his Electric-type badge from Iona. He's got the Pokemon he needs to do it, so it's just a matter of actually doing it. Thinking it's time, huh? I was really hoping we'd get it kind of early, or at least at this point, right? Oh, I'm feeling a little sleepy. A little tired. Xavier's sitting next to me. Oh, pet him on his head. He did not like that. It's like, leave me alone. Let me sleep. We're not running once. Okay, for Belly Bolt, First, send in Fido. We're going to try to do as much damage as we can with Fido. We're probably not going to beat it with Fido, but if we can weaken it a bit, it should make it easier for someone else to beat it. If we can get it, if we can make it so Cyclizar can beat Bellibolt without taking any damage, we're in a great spot. And try not to terrestrialize Cyclizar, but if we need to, we can. Because when we terrestrialize, we lose a type, and both of Cyclizar's types are really important for beating this Magius. Come on, Cobalion. I wanted to get you today before I went to bed. You're running out of time for that. Oh, dude. I gotta get like a way to increment my counter easier, because if I could, I could just kind of... Wait, hold on. I got an idea. After this reset, I'm gonna try to kind of reset how I'm positioning. I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break to refill my water and go to the bathroom real quick too. Oh my god, wait! That's shiny! Oh, there's a shiny! There's a shiny Cobalion! Okay, Luxio is out. Use Cyclizar. Yeah, there's a shiny on my screen. No, oh, do you give Who Bite? Attack Luxio with Breaking Swipe. But there's a shiny on my screen right now. I just saved, right? Oh my gosh! I think this is the 623rd encounter. I'll increment it one more time. Okay, I've saved. I'm just going to keep saving. Yeah, go into Bike. When Luxio is out, send in Bike. Okay, here we go. That's a shiny. I have like somewhat limited time to catch it. Luckily, I've already saved, so I can reset if I need to. I want it in a Beast Ball. Yeah, okay. That's okay. I saved. I'm pretty sure that should still be here when I turn the game back on. Otherwise, that really is bad. I can't believe it though. I was like about to go take a quick break. Yeah, it's still there. Okay, so that means we basically do have a shiny guaranteed. I actually think, hold on, it might be better to do this and then burn it. Because I want it in a Beast Ball. I think it's better to do this. I think it's higher chance. We're gonna be here a sec. Out of my game corrupts, yeah. This is awesome though, I got it. Let's go, shiny Cobalion. Yeah, I guess. Not if my game corrupts. Whatever. This is awesome, though. Good looking. He looks great in this game. Just stay in the ball, buddy. Welcome. welcome, Nelly Bob. We just got it. I just got this. I'm trying to catch it in a beast ball. Drop a like for shiny Cobalion. That's pretty exciting, right? I feel like that deserves a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. I was just complaining about how we were over odds, and this was taking way longer than I thought it was going to. I won it in beast ball. This is gonna take a sec. You just rang the bell? That's look at you on top of things. Catch rate calc. Perfect. Here, hold on. I'm gonna do a catch rate calculation. Cobalion, beast ball. It's gonna be. It's like about. I'll say 3%. Is it aware of me? Yes. What level is it? Oh, it's like level 200. We'll make it drowsy. Oh. This is a 0.45 catch rate. That's a 0.45%, excuse me. Okay, Miss Magius is out. Send in Crocolore and try to use Snarl. Because if you can lower its special attack, it's gonna have a lot harder of a time dealing damage to you. Ugh, that's not great. Send in Crocolore, use Snarl once, and then heal up Bike. Maybe knocking it out is just better. It's just quicker, too. Because this is going to take us a second to catch this. Yeah, so what if we do Cobalion, Beast Ball, 0 health? Oh, it is a lower catch rate, technically. Yeah, but it's so much faster. Wow, though. Use Bite. What health is Crocolore at? Although he's at low health, I can throw a couple Beast Balls. That's what we'll do. We'll get him low health Drowsy, and I'll throw a few Beast Balls. Oh, that does nothing. Well, I can do that, and then this. Okay, then try to use Snarl again. Okay, now he's mad, so I gotta kill him. Yeah, you should definitely use Snarl. That'll get a special attack lower. And then if Crocolore is still alive, honestly, Terrastalize and start using Flamethrower. Why does this thing know Air Slash, bro? He's in yellow now. He's not even low. Here we go. Oh, Knuckle Stack will be good too. If once Crocolore faints, go into Knuckle Stack and then save Cycles are for last. Because Cycles are fast, so it should be able to take it down if it needs to. That is as low as that's gonna get. Okay. Okay, bro. Come on, dude. Is Beast Ball even the best choice for this? What do we think in the chat? What do we think in the chat? Should I keep trying Beast Ball? I don't want to do Quick Ball. You won? That's what I like to hear, Aiden. I'm giving you a high five through the screen right now. That badge is all yours, buddy. I told you Cyclozar was the secret. I'm thinking Dive Ball might be good on this guy, too. What do we think about that? Oh, wait. Did my stream just crash? No, it didn't. Okay, my stream's still here. Okay, my bad. Okay. On my screen, it did. My bad. The netball is effect close up to beast. I don't really care about the effect. Like, I know a lot of people are big about netball. Let's go through my satchel. This will be for every... Dude, I'm telling you, Cyclozar is awesome. I love Cyclozar. Okay. Netball is good. Dive Ball always is a cool one. Lure is good. Oh, maybe Lure. Do we think Lure? Lure Ball? Beast Ball is just awesome, though, right? That's the issue, is Beast Ball is hype. And I'm all for hype. What do we think? You get a shiny bike? Yeah, shiny Cyclozar is cool, too. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. What ball for shiny Cobalion? This is cool. I get to do a poll. Lure Ball. We'll do Lure Ball, Net Ball. Beast Ball. This is a great opportunity for those of you that haven't subscribed to press that button. Hopefully get more shiny Swords of Justice in the future. Lure Ball, Net Ball, Beast Ball. What was the other one I said? Dive Ball. And then I'll add... Oh, I can only do 4. Really? Okay. Let's vote. Let's vote. Everyone in the chat, vote. What ball should we catch Cobalion in? Moonball is close in color. Oh, do we do Moon instead? Okay, you know what? Hold on. Scratch that poll. Scratch that poll. Ignore that. That's not true. Start a poll. I was going to do... Here. What ball for... I kind of hear you on Moonball. We're going to vote, though. We're going to do Lure. Oh, I said... Yeah, no, it is Netball. Okay. Net, Dive, Beast, and we'll get rid of Dive, and we'll replace that with Moon. Okay. Do this one instead. Vote in this. For those of you here, please vote. What are we catching Cobalion in? I'll grind for Beast Ball if we all decide that's what we want to do. But it's looking pretty heavily like Moon. Do we really do Moon? Moonball is spot on color-wise. We're going to do Moon. We're going to do Moonball. Moonball wins. Moonball wins. And I bet you this catches on the first one. Watch. Because this is like not a bad Pokeball to use. Yeah, look. It's like super increased catch rate. This is going to catch. Watch. Yep. There we go. Shiny Cobalion. And save. Look at him. Moonball was spot on. Who was it that recommended Moonball? Out of my hands, that was a great choice. That was awesome. Wow. Cool shiny. Gentle. Okay. Now, here's what's interesting. There's at least one other shiny in this distortion. Guaranteed there is one other shiny in this distortion. We both did goals. I got my shiny and you got... There's no way we find it though. Okay. Whoops. We failed a shiny here. I got my shiny Cobalion. You beat Iono. What else could we have asked for? Saying this was a successful stream would be such an understatement. There we go. Let's get him out. Let's take a look at him. There he is. Look at that. Shiny Cobalion. There we go. That is awesome. I was starting to lose hope. I was like, we're not getting this guy today. But here we are with our shiny Sword of Justice. Now, not only are there still 4 more shiny legendaries, it's just cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the shiny either, but honestly, this game does make it look really good. There are still 4 more shiny legendaries that I want to hunt in this game. Unfortunately, as you can see, oh, hold on, it's night. You can't see. None of them are on my map right now. So, I'm going to play a little bit in between now and next stream, whenever that is, to get us to the point where we can shiny hunt someone else. I want to do the Latios, so Latios the most. Because they've got megas, and like this game is all about megas. That is awesome. But whatever we find next, Braixen Terrakion. This is like the worst shiny out of the ones I want to hunt in this game, and this one's not even bad. His feet are a little green. You guys see that? He's got like a greenish tint to his face. He's got a green eye. Up close and personal with shiny Cobalion. Oh, and never mind, he disappeared. Yeah, Moonball was great for this. But I am going to fight... Should you fight Mela now? What type was Mela? Was she fire? You'd probably beat Mela. I think she's fire and you have a rock Pokemon. And Psyduck beats her too. Yeah, you could totally fight her. But I'm probably going to end the stream here. I'm hoping, honestly, to stream maybe tomorrow night as well. Because I had a lot of fun here, and obviously it was successful. So keep an eye out. Decent chance we stream tomorrow as well. I am going to try to get us to the point where we can find another shiny, or another legendary that we can shiny hunt. Again, hopefully the Latios, but if it's Braixen or Terrakion, we'll do that instead. But I'm going to call it. Thank you guys so much for showing up to the stream. This was super fun. I'm over the moon with how enjoyable this was. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Got a shiny Cobalion. Yeah, Kiki Palmer, the Diancie. She's a rock. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good nickname. But yeah, so make sure to tune in to the next stream whenever that is. Press the bell to know when that'll be. You'll be notified the moment I go live or when any videos come up. I believe... Hold on, did a video go up today? This is every other day now. No. Yes. Yes? Maybe. A new video will go up on... Let me just go to what my scheduled videos are. A new episode of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door will go live on January 10th at noon. So yes, tomorrow. So if you're excited for that, make sure to press that bell. Otherwise, press the bell to make sure you know when we're streaming next for whatever the next legendary is. Because apparently we've got insane luck. Aiden here was able to beat Iono. We were able to get Shiny Cobalion. And I hope to see you guys next time for whatever's next. Thank you guys so much for pulling up this stream. I can't wait to do more of these. And have a good night. I'll see you guys all later.